No, my view on cryptos remain pretty much the same, and I'll articulate it. First of all, I think that, and I own crypto, I own some Bitcoin. The question is the amount and how attractive it is relative to gold, okay? I think that there's kind of the old man's gold and then the younger man's crypto. But the important thing, first of all, is to represent whether one or the other, and really ideally some of both, should be in the portfolio. Don't be so fanatical that you're just having one and not the other. And do worry about the value of money and what is your alternative money that can't be printed. Okay, so now when I look at gold and it's evolved over, I mean crypto, and it's evolved over time, there have been a few things. First of all, there's not the privacy element of crypto. Everybody can understand exactly what it is. You can tax it easily. So governments can easily tax it. It doesn't have the same element of that privacy. There's a saying that gold is the only asset you can own, that's not somebody else's liability, meaning you have to depend on somebody else. You can own it and so on. Gold has always been a reserve currency in all times. It's the third largest reserve currency. In other words, the largest is the dollar, second is the euro, third is gold, and fourth is the yen. So it's always the currency that's being gone to. Right now we're seeing a lot of central banks acquire gold. That's not the same as crypto, because crypto's different that way, because still, who controls it? Is it controlled behind the scenes, or do you have possession of it? And so for those reasons, I prefer gold to crypto, but I think the important thing is the recognition of the issue of do you trust the governments? And I think that to trust the governments, that they won't print the money to make the debt service easier is not the best move. So I'm, sort of anti-debt assets like bonds and so on, and I prefer the other. But I would say that should just be a portion of the portfolio. I don't want to get carried away with that. I would say that if you look at it as a diversifier, I think particularly gold is something that if you look at how it behaves in relation to inflation and also interest rates, it behaves in a way that's more understandable than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is more of a speculative element with this limited supply aspect to it. So, but if you look at that, it's an effective diversifier of the portfolio. If you take most other assets, stocks, bonds, real estate, and so on, they will generally have good times and they will do well. The gold and that is a diversifier. So you actually reduce your risk by having some in the portfolio, somewhere between 10 and 15% of the portfolio.